Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, XRP, sorry. Good morning, Erin. Hi. How you guys doing? So good, so good, so good. You know how when you go to the pet store, they have those little things of grass for your kitty or your dogs or whatever? So I got one and I planted it in the pot where I had the mint. And when I planted it, it got funky on top. It turned weird colors, so I trimmed it with scissors, like, mowing the lawn. And hi, Alan. How are you, honey? Good morning. And now it's grown. It's so funny. It's just the cutest little thing. I'll show you. So I've got my own little lawn right now. I just have this propped up on my planter. See? But it's in there. Excuse me. Good morning, Atwas. How are you, darling? Yes. Oh, man. It seems like when I wake up and I'm laying there in bed, I'm like, oh, I need to relax. And I realize I haven't even been relaxed all night long. Oh my God, too much caffeine. Well, at least you're in the grass. That's good grounding. Leave it. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna smoke this and people are gonna smell it. But I'm moving, I don't give a fuck. Excuse me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. For those of you who like listen just to listen to my voice, I'm sorry. I know I sniffle and cough and clear my throat all the time, but at least I don't burp constantly. I knew someone who, through video chat, never did that, but in person, constant. It was weird. It was weird. What is today? Isn't today Tuesday? Today's Monday. No, what the fuck is today? I don't have an Alexa out here to tell me things. It's Monday. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Is it anybody's birthday today? I still feel yucky. I didn't say gargle with it. Well, I kind of did. You're gonna like drink a little bit of that shit. Well, I would anyway. And you waited a few days, unfortunately, so it'll get better. You just keep doing that. Take like a quarter teaspoon and put it in a drink. Like a drink, an 12 ounce drink, a quarter teaspoon. You should be able to taste it. You might feel it tinkling a little bit. Like that, it needs to go into your gut. I'm glad you did that, though. You are ready now, Alan. And you're ready. So, like, every single day, I would do like a quarter to a half a teaspoon at least. And then you won't ever feel any cold or flu coming on this year. But if you do feel a little throat like you do now, or a little ache in the back, you want to start dosing on that right away for a few days at least until it's gone, maybe even a week, like maybe a quarter to a half a teaspoon in a tall glass, you know that. Find what's right for you. And then you also want to be taking vitamin E. The reason I say that is because in our immunity chain of metabolism, we're metabolic creatures and everything's a chain reaction. The thing that shuts off hydrogen peroxide in our bodies is vitamin E. Hydrogen peroxide is really important for cleaning stuff out and keeping our immune systems healthy, but then we need the vitamin E to stop it, or it's an autoimmune, or it's cancer. If it keeps proliferating like that, you have to have that vitamin E to shut it off. Now, I'm not saying like when you gargle or anything like that you need that. But when you drink it, whatever I was saying. Yeah, magnesium and zinc are really, really helpful. You want those things in your body before you get sick. But as soon as you feel something coming on, you want to really blast it with that stuff. And magnesium and zinc are amazing. But you don't need any of that to get better if you have your H2O2. You just want to keep your immune system supported. You really want to check out that stuff I told you about, breast milk, preemie, h2o2.gov. You'll understand the gut is where you need that stuff. You can't taste a thing. If you can't taste anything, can you feel it? Well, you're going to swallow it. Put it in a glass of water, or not water, like a lemonade or something. Maybe if it's really tall, like a quarter, maybe a little more than a quarter teaspoon. You don't want to get nauseous. You don't want to taste it. You just maybe want to feel it. Take it with some food even. You didn't tell the pharmacy what you were going to do with it, did you? Feels. Hi, honey. But do understand that it's a naturally occurring substance that we're supposed to ingest to build our immune system. So, also the water that's in fruits and vegetables, that's high in hydrogen peroxide. Man jizz, woman jizz, saliva love juices, you know. I don't know if saliva has H2O too, but you want to exchange those if you have a lover. You want to be doing juices together. Oh, man. Well, I'm glad that you are there in Spain. I'm glad you found yourself. Let me put the do not disturb back on 1 second. There we go. Kevin, hi baby, how are you? Apple cider vinegar, very good for the health as well. Oh boy, Crohn's disease. Yeah, apple cider vinegar is quite good to have around. The other thing about apple cider vinegar that's amazing is it makes your house smell phenomenal. You can actually, I bought a bottle of apple cider vinegar and put a spray thing on the top of the bottle, and I'll just spray that shit around my house. The other thing is, if your kitty has an accident somewhere, you can dump that on there and it'll get rid of the kitty smell completely. It's like the only thing I know of that gets rid of kitty smell completely. She was locked in my bedroom with me, and I had the litter box in the hallway. She went over and peed right on the dog bed. She really didn't have a choice. I wasn't mad at her, but there she is peeing on the dog bed. So I'm picking the dog bed up and moving it out, put it in the tub and rinse it off real well, but it was already in there. So I took a bottle of apple cider vinegar, took it outside on the deck, poured it over that, and let it sit there for a few days, and then rinsed it again, and now it doesn't smell at all. Acid reflux, okay. Do you know that Bill Gates bought Bragg's apple cider vinegar? Katy Perry, her husband, and Bill Gates bought Bragg's apple cider vinegar, or Bragg's in general, so don't fucking buy that shit. Chicken broth, yeah, that can, and it's that bone broth too that gets in there, so yeah, that can make you feel a little better, sure. Don't be afraid to take a Tylenol too. You'll feel better. Take a Tylenol, drink your peroxide. If you microdose on peroxide, you'll start to feel better in like an hour. Double tapping screen doesn't work. Hit the 3 dots in the upper left corner. Bring up the menu. Aw, baby, you are so sweet. Look at you. Look at you being a good mod. But you remember you don't really need to be a mod, do you? Borax. Ew, really? Wow. Maybe tiny, tiny little bits. Now, I do know about borax is if you have any kind of flea issues in your house, you sprinkle that borax on your carpeting, brush it in with a broom, and leave it for a day or two, and then vacuum it up, and you'll never have fleas again. Like in Florida, that's a big deal, because that borax just fries the eggs and the fleas, and then any subsequent flea that might come in on your animal and jump off, it'll just get fried up. The stuff that's left in the carpet, even after you vacuum, will ruin it. I did that in Florida, and I never had fleas again, ever, for years. Didn't ever have to do it again. Ugh, you guys. So, oh my God. I sleep in the fetal position on my starboard side all night long. And then I wake up and I'm all stiff coming forward. Yeah, laundry. Oh. Oy. Clorax? What? Colorax? What the fuck are you talking about? Who is this? Are you okay, Philly? Or whatever the fuck your name is? Bleach? You gonna be alright? Lavender oil, tea tree oil, distilled water, big spray bottles, present everywhere, like a bed curtains, yes. Lavender and tea tree. Yeah, I was using tea tree, maybe body wash or something. I don't know. It was messing up my pussy biome. Smells amazing, really. I do love the lavender. Oh, old remedies. Isn't that the thing, you guys? When we all get together and live on our property together as communal homesteaders, because all of us seem to want the same thing. Bring that book, Brian, because we're all gonna do all that shit. Clip galore. Pussy biome. Sorry, 1 second. Excuse me. Yeah. Very antiseptic. Maybe I don't need these right now. Oh. My eyes are swollen again today, so I put some coffee and magnesium. We'll see if it works. It did yesterday, that's for sure. That coffee grounds and the sea salt sucked all the water out of under my eyes, and you guys were like, "Oh, you look so well rested." I'm like, ha 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 ha. So many feels. You're sweet, honey. Thank you. Nero, Zeus, and Cindy. Oh, the Chihuahua. Oh, Orange Blossom. That's wonderful. Where are you in Spain, honey? I've always wanted to go to the Basque region. I think my ancestry is from the Basque region. What's up, Tiger Panty? So what I've realized is, you guys know I bought a bunch of stuff for winter, fall, winter clothes. The thing for this winter is like all these necks like this, no hoods. And I like hoods. So I've got all these things with no hoods. I don't like that. Hi, Joe King. How are you, honey? What the holy fuck is that in the bottom of my cup? Mock neck. Not crazy about it. Not crazy about it. But I'm trying to get used to it because I always wear hoodies. Always. I mean, this could have a hood. One of these items could have a hood. But then I'm thinking today, well, nobody sells just hoods. I could sell just hoods. Right? I could probably make myself some cool hoods. I know how to knit. I know how to sew. I could just make a thing that like is just the hood. exactly feels same. I'm on the spectrum. This is like weird for me. I don't like that feeling right there. I've been having a lot of trouble this winter with all this stuff sitting right here on my chest. After a while, it's like I have to get it off and wear something that's not covering me right here. The Gen hood. Gen V hood. Um, if I knit up some hoods, will you guys buy them from me? I'll even put fur on them if you want. Line them with satin so your hair doesn't get messed up. Oh my God, Alan, I'll be right there. All right, you guys. I'll think about. I need to get a sewing machine. Maybe I'll do that today. And my knitting needles have gone missing. How? My yellow dress, my knitting needles. I have a feeling I know what happened. Yeah, Alan, we want to go there. There's enough bedrooms for all of us. How many people do we need? We can all fit. Bug the plumber, my darling. How are you, sweetheart? Jesus, I'm being blinded. Whew. You guys have got to tell me to do yoga. I've been so lazy. Once I accomplish my goal of getting, like, walking and losing my weight and then doing yoga and toning my body, once I accomplish that goal, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm done until I get flabby and fat again, which could be another few years. I need to just keep doing it. Awesome and ornery, that's me, baby boy. Joshua, hey baby. How you doing? Your obsessive OCD. Well, I think no one can put up with that, right? So, Alan, now let me get this straight. Where do you live? Do you live there? Or do you live in LA? Or both? You're better now? What happened to you? Oh, you mean because you're here, honey? Fasting. Fasting. I fast daily. I just decided to quit fucking eating. Fuck it. And last night, you guys, I went to Del Taco and I had one of their fucking tacos. It was so gross. I thought maybe somebody pooped in it. It didn't taste gross. It just made me feel disgusting. Don't do it. But remember the other day how I said I just have a craving. I want like strawberries in a drink, but not a smoothie or a frozen something. I just wanted like strawberries in a drink, right? Well, Del Taco has it. I can't believe it. I found it by way of eating a disgusting fucking taco. You live off raw milk. Good for you. That's the business right there, even though it's probably cow milk, which is not the best thing. That's going to bloat you like crazy. You've got to do a little chocolate with that milk, babe. That would make me so fat. Honestly, if I drank milk every day, I would for sure be obese. My skin would not be clear. I'd be farting all the time and burping constantly. My nose would be so stuffed up, there'd be nothing I could do about it. My eyes would be super puffy, nothing I could do about it. Goat milk? Yeah, that's goat or sheep. Or just human breast milk. And I swear to God, if anybody in here says gross to human breast milk while eating cow, I'm gonna fucking hang up on you. Almond milk, be careful of almond milk. Not everyone does well on that. Maybe go for oat. Try the Planet Oat barista blend. Oh, barista lovers, it's so cashew milk is also very good for you and high in Taylor, how you doing? High in protein. You honestly eat nothing else. I got it. Gross human breast milk, but you'll suck the tit of a cow. That's what's gross. And you can't digest that stuff. That's what's gross. Protein, hydrogen peroxide, all that stuff. Your immunity. Soy is no bueno. Don't do soy. Don't do soy. No. No, 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 no. That's a plant estrogen, a phytoestrogen. If you consume too much of it, it'll mess you up. And with all the other hormone disruptors and phyto mimickers, don't do it. Skincare, that's excellent. Yes. Cashew doesn't work for you. Oh, yeah, maybe not. Right, Brian? D's nuts. I should make nut milk called D's nuts. And they have nut milks, right? They have like cashew, almond, all this stuff. They should do a blend. Ice, strawberries, and cucumbers. That sounds nice. You're looking kind of old today, Erin. Okay, Erin. Everybody, Erin Gilbertson wants you to know that she's looking really old today. Kind of old. Erin Gilbertson is looking kind of old today with her ugly jugs. When Erin Gilbertson does it, it's not sexy, Joshua, at all. Hi, Wade. How are you, honey? I think I'm gonna go grab some more coffee. Carlin Hood, are you gonna add value to the chat or just sit there and whatever? I can tell already you're not gonna add any value. You're leaving. Bye. It's Thanksgiving. How? What's Thanksgiving in Canada? Happy Thanksgiving, but what does that mean? Is that when the Canadians sat down with the Indians and slaughtered them the next day? I'm confused. Hannah, I got rid of him. Smoke 30, it is in just a minute. Let me go get some coffee. I don't get how there's a Thanksgiving there. I thought that was a totally fabricated American thing. I guess it's a North American thing, but on different days. Like they had to go slaughter those Indians and then come here and slaughter these Indians. I don't know how it worked. Well, happy Thanksgiving. With my kids, we turn it into Gratitude Day. We make a point to be thankful for things and acknowledge the fact that it is really just a fucked up holiday of Indian slaughter. So we focus on gratitude for our beautiful land that we live on, and everything else, and send love to our great native ancestors. They're not our ancestors, but they're our ancestors on the land. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna go get some coffee, y'all. And then we'll mocha smoke. Coffee and a joint, coffee and a joint. All our history is lies, yeah. You have to really research all the different histories to find out what probably really happened. Yes, Alan. Oh my gosh, you are feeling so good today, I can tell. Good for you, honey. I get that your throat hurts, but go out there in that orchard and eat some of those lemons and oranges. That is where the peroxide is in those fruits. Central North Carolina. Yeah, through these transitional, it's just so the weather changes. The temperature is so different from morning till night and overnight that I'm constantly changing layers and adding layers, taking off layers. Time to smoke. Excuse me. It's not windy, so that shit's just gonna linger. Whatever. Yep. Oh, wow. It's been getting down into the 40s here overnight. Oh, good. Oh, okay, cool. Getting rid of stuff. Good for you. Whenever the fucking maintenance guy would walk by, he smelled it. Whenever I'm leaving. Alan, no. I've been looking. Just the looking process is really exhausting. But we're just going to pack stuff up. I don't care if we have to put it in storage, but I'm tired of. This is wonderful. It's been great for us to be here for the past couple of years, but I'm over it. I need a yard. You know? I don't need someone walking by me talking shit on my sidewalk outside my front fucking patio when there's goddamn no one around. If I want to sit out here in the morning, have coffee, and smoke a bud, there's no one around except a maintenance guy. Get the fuck over it. Don't talk shit. This is your job, I'm not your fucking employee. You work for me. Keep your fucking mouth shut. I put some garbage out here, and the guy rounds the corner. He's like, Jesus Christ, or something like that. He's like, oh, come on. Because I put a bunch of boxes out there. I have to hear that where I live. That I'm supposed to put the box. I asked them what to do. They're like, just put them outside your garage. Ah, oh, come on. You know what I mean? You don't do that at work. No, my son has a friend group here now. It's his first ever friend group, and they've made a little tramp wall crew. So we're bringing in the Cirque du Soleil guys to train them from Vegas, and I'd like to live somewhere where we can build a tramp wall and start doing the training there on the property, whether it's like a warehouse, a hangar, or a big backyard or something like that, because you've got to have height in the ceiling, and have 4 bedrooms so that the Cirque du Soleil guys can come and stay in the 4th bedroom. You know, like let's say they come for over a weekend or a few days, we can fly them up, put them up. basically train the kids, pay them to train the kids. And we're working on getting the trampoline is already in the Olympics, but we want to add tramp wall to that category. And all these kids, you know, the youngest you can be in the Olympics is 16. And so none of these kids are 16 yet. So if we get a new category in the Olympics, they could be one of the first crews to battle in the Olympics. Just like, you know, how they did the fucking breakdancing. That was ridiculous. Hobo clown, oh my God, how cool is that? Well, pew pew, I'm a homeschooler. That's an occupation. And I do this now. My company that I've owned for many years, almost a decade, is now, it's really, really slow. I'm not working that company so much anymore. Maybe if we get a different president, the economy will pick back up and that company will pick back up. Emmett Kelly, I swear I've heard that name. Yeah. And then Corey needs a big server room because, you know, he's one of the biggest YouTubers now. My son is literally one of the biggest YouTubers now. And so he needs a big server room. And I need to get a server of my own to run the stuff that's coming up. So where we're going, we just need a little bit more space to whatever. I don't know what we need exactly. We do need more outdoor space for the dogs. So we'll see. But see, the thing is, right, when, like here, there's a high turnover in the neighbors, everything like that. But when you live in a home, the neighbors don't turn over. So if you have crappy neighbors, you're fucking stuck with them. Oh, that's so cool, Feels, yeah. Stay-at-home mom. Yeah, I mean, it's not a stay-at-home mom. That's where moms belong. That's our job. Our workplace is the home. That's what we do. That's our job. It's called home economics. Stay-at-home mom. I get it, but yeah, no. Homeschooling is 100% a job. We have so many jobs women do. And not that men don't. Running the house and homeschooling the kids is a full-time occupation, but then if you have to earn money on top of it like I do, and you're disabled like I am, fuck, man. Sometimes you just give the fuck up. And I think it was August. Remember I told you guys that my finances were not overlapping. There was a huge gap. So I've always kept my credit real nice enough. And there was a huge, I wanted my, going from one career to another to overlap financially, and it didn't. There was a huge gap. All my credit cards fell in there, so I've got to call all my companies, and because I took care of it. I paid everything off, but I didn't get that minimum in before the 30 days, which was so stupid. I just was like, I was hanging on to, it was stupid. It was so stupid, but anyway. So now, everything's paid off, and I got to call them and be like, please just, you know, take that fucking ding off my credit, because I have a really good history with all of them. And now it's going to make it harder for me to buy a house. I get that you can do USDA. I totally get that. That might be exactly what I'm going to have to do. I just really need an adult to help me with that. That kind of process where there's lots of questions and answers and forms. I need help with that shit. There's neighbors out there now. I figured I might as well just use this fucking thing and they can fuck off. He's probably just standing there waiting for me to blow smoke out there so he can go run to management or something. Hey, Frank. Yeah, no, trad wives, everybody loves trad wives. They're just, those are the fucking brainwashed feminists. Feminism was done so wrong. Hey, let's be a feminist by trying to become masculine. Stupid. Let's be a feminist by saying we can be men. Retarded. Yes, it is a full-time commitment. But then making the money on top of it is another thing. So lately, stuff is just falling where it may. And the fact that we're moving means we're just going to be packing shit up and cleaning it up anyway. I don't care. And it's not horrible because I'm a minimalist. I barely have anything because I just don't want that much stuff to take care of. I don't want to have to worry about things. I don't want to take care of things. I want to take care of me and my kids and my dogs and my cat. And I need a yard because I don't want to take care of them as much as I've been having to take care of them. Ryan Abilene, hi honey. Yes, Luke. Yes, Luke. My other one, actually, I decorated a little bit. It says Acme Dog Whistle. But that one I haven't decorated yet. Oh, shit, Hannah. I wish I had starter. What's up, Tall School? What are you guys laughing at? Ellen, what the fuck are you laughing at? Are you laughing at not me, right? Because I didn't do anything. It's not financially possible for everyone. It certainly isn't for me. I'm a single fucking mom. I'm gonna be a trad wife to myself. My dog whistle. Oh, sorry. I literally am like a fucking Dory. I'm like a goldfish or something like that. I know she wasn't a goldfish, but I can't remember 4 seconds ago. Everyone needs to be more trad. I 100% agree. Completely agree. I'm doing well, Tall School. Thank you, babe. Yeah, my Acme dog whistle. You know what? Maybe I'll make a bunch of those and I'll sell them online. What do you guys think? Do you think they'd sell? Ay, ay, ay. God, Hannah, I'm so sorry. Trail of broken hearts, looking back at you. Now and from the start, these words will travel true. The Godspeed of trust will settle the dust we've been passing through. Okay, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and pin my link tree here so you can go there if you want to check out my other socials. There it is for you. Maryland, yeah. Oh, Alan, I appreciate that, honey. Luke, okay, I will. That's a great idea. Thank you, Tall School. Sourdough is the only bread I will eat. You guys, if you need to go gluten-free, just eat sourdough bread because the fermentation process breaks down the gluten. Gluten is just a protein. You could even get digestive enzymes that have protease. Okay, so like anything that ends in A's, A-S-E, like erase, it's an enzyme that digests the thing. So lactose, anything that ends in ose, is a sugar. So the lactase breaks down the lactose, right? A protease breaks down the protein. Amylase breaks down sugars. But I would say sourdough bread exclusively. If you need something like croutons, for example, I just put the sourdough bread in my air fryer and then crunch that shit up like for breadcrumbs, or I'll cut it into squares as bread and then stick it in there, air fry it, and then you have croutons. Sourdough. Abilene Ryan, if dog owners were more responsible, we wouldn't have to ban dog breeds, but people are very irresponsible, and so we need to keep them out of certain areas. I do think yes. Exactly. See, I've not had sourdough pancakes. I'm not really big into pancakes, personally. What's up, Daniel? Hi, honey. How are you? Welcome back. Western medicine, not so much. Oh, yeah, thank you so much, you guys. Smash that like button and make sure that you subscribe to the channel and click the all bell for notifications, or you'll probably not be notified. You want to be notified every time I come on because I stream about 3 times a day on this platform and some other ones at other times of day. Thank you, Alan. I actually studied metabolic psychology. So it's how the things in, on, and around our bodies affect our psychologies. That's how I know so much about grounding, and environmental illnesses is a big, big problem. And that's what I try to teach you guys all the time. That's what my book is about. My books, I don't know. So that's really what I try to help you understand. It's just so easy to be well, but it's hidden from us in plain sight, really. Yes, Hannah, I totally get it. And you know what? If you guys can avoid Halloween for your kids when they're, 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, that starts that sugar addiction. And then you go straight away into the holidays with binge, just eating, overeating. and then by that next spring you're fat and you feel horrible and you don't know what to do about it. Atwiz, are you okay? You've said that now 3 times. I don't understand. I even read it. Atwiz, are you a bot? I miss when you explained about what metabolic psychology is. Okay. Oh, really? Abilene. All right. So I was studying, my major was psychology, and then I took a physiology class, and I realized that I liked physiology better. And then I started realizing that if you heal the body, the mind will follow. A sick body makes a sick mind. And then I studied metabolic psychology, which is basically environmental illness and metabolic psychology. How the things in, on, and around your body affect your psychology. So let's say you like to burn Sensi candle, not just your psychology, but your physiology, okay? Your hormones, all of it. So let's say you like to burn Sensi candles, you think they're fantastic, but you don't realize those Sensi candles are actually made of chemical fragrances that are hormone disruptors and are going to raise your estrogen. When you're estrogen dominant, you gain a ton of weight. You have all kinds of like female problems, cancer, cysts, even men start to get breasts. Do not use chemical fragrances. You want to use essential oils only. If you're going to burn candles, go get essential oil candles only, or just get an essential oil diffuser. That's the way to go. Stuff like that. How to clean up your environment so you're not ill. Heal your body and your mind will follow. Whatever kind of weird twists are left over, then we'll work that out. But as I've always said, heal your body, your mind will follow, and all of a sudden your mom wasn't so bad after all. Atwiz, are you trying to tell us that you need help? Do you need help, Atwiz? Are you guys seeing this? What's going on here? Did you have a stroke, Atwiz? What's happening? Bath and Body Works is so horrible. Oh my God. I can't even walk into that place. The chemicals are so overpowering. I can't even walk down the laundry detergent aisle in the grocery store. That stuff, laundry detergent, you guys, that'll fuck you up in your dryer sheets, and then it sits on your skin and in your sheets and stuff like that. Hormone disruptors. That's a huge part of why our country is so overweight and sick. Hormone disruptors, the chemical fragrances and the chemicals and everything we put on, in, and around our bodies. It's just, that's horrible, Daniel. You need to educate her. Get her some doTERRA or Young Living products. That's awful. That's seriously, she will be very unwell very soon. She will be very unwell very soon. And when you're estrogen dominant, you guys, you're not able to conceive. What do you think about that? Oh, Alan, oh my God, that was only just a small fraction. That was just school. That's a gorgeous little outfit this lady's wearing. So, you guys get ready for it, because do you know what the fall fashion is for pants for women? It's wide leg pants that are cinched at the bottom. So essentially, MC Hammer pants will be probably back in the spring or summer or next fall. They're getting us ready. In a tower. I am. Help me. Rescue me. Help. So Frank Eagle, yes. So plastics are they mimic estrogen in your body. Your body, that the molecular structure mimics estrogen, and the body thinks it's estrogen. And then you are estrogen dominant. Yes, you are absolutely right. Ipsy, you guys, Arbonne. There's a link right here. Go to my Arbonne page and start replacing your wellness products, your protein powders, your fizzies, drinks, your all that stuff, your makeup, your shampoo, all that stuff. Replace it with stuff that's organic and vegan. Do you realize that if your makeup isn't vegan, your mascara could have literal tar and roadkill from the fucking street? Your products could have literal roadkill. Hormone replacement patches, I would love to know more about that, you guys. You know, I'm 54 years old and I still have regular periods. Um, I didn't. I won't go into my whole life story, but I have a lot of ovaries left, or I mean eggs left. I'm sure. What condition they're in, I have no idea. But I still have hormones. I'm still hormonal. And that's part of the reason why I'm so young, right? So as I start to wind down at some point, I'm assuming that will happen, I would like to keep my hormones. And so hormone replacement patches might be the way to go. Are you talking about the roadkill, Daniel? Yeah. You guys, seriously, I am not kidding you. You can do whatever products you want and talk about whatever products you want, share whatever. But if you want to know what I've been using and why I use it, one is because that shit works. When it says anti-aging, it anti-ages you. When it says, it's like the literal best shampoo and conditioner I've ever used. It made my hair the most beautiful it's ever been. I'm not using it right now, but you'll see a difference when I get some. The anti-aging face line, the anything I got from that company, with the exception of just a few things, and they've cut down on their brand. They have way less than they used to. So I use Trader Joe's lavender laundry soap. JPL, hi babe. You guys need to understand the definition of conspiracy. Please understand this, okay? A conspiracy is when people get together, they conspire. Conspiracies are real. Usually people who conspire, they want to keep it private and secret. People who can see, and they say, I see what you're doing, are called conspiracy theorists because they have theories about what's going on behind those closed doors because they can see. A conspiracy theorist, a conspiracy theory, is when you have a theory that there's a conspiracy happening. Okay? That term was coined by the CIA and publicized, propagandized to make people seem crazy. Okay? What we are is we're critical thinkers, we're scientific thinkers who see that things aren't adding up. All right? A conspiracy is when people conspire. A conspiracy theory is when someone can see it and says, I can see it. Okay? When someone says chemtrails, aren't chemtrails and you're conspiracy theorists, or it's a conspiracy, they have done zero research. It's all on the .gov websites, the UN treaty, all the .gov websites for weather modification and all that stuff, talking literally about chemtrails and HARP being used to modify the weather. Hello, right? And all that kind of stuff. And so progesterone and testosterone. You have to take the tea, girls. Come on, a little bit. Oh, RV is here and wants everyone to know that it's a weirdo. It is a weirdo, everybody. RV wants you to know it's a weirdo. That's the pronoun that, it's he, she, it. So RV is an it and wants you to know it's a weirdo. Hi, Melanie. How are ya? Yes. RV meet Frank. He's crazy. Everyone, thank you so much for being here with me this morning. If you're new to the channel and don't know who I am, welcome. My name is Genevieve Nightingale, and I come on with you in the mornings for Coffee with Dogs and 420 and a wind down at night, usually Pacific Standard Time, like 7, 8, 9 in the morning, 420, and then like 7, 8, 9 in the evening. And that's what we do here. And I just like to chill with you guys. And we have the best group of members and mods. So by all means, hang with us. And if you have anything you'd like to talk about, drop into the chat. This is not a children's chat. This is an adult chat for adult people who know how to communicate like adults. Yes, we might be misfits and outcasts, but we also have high IQs and we're very empathic and compassionate. But we love to slay trolls. Yeah, Daniel. Yep. Oh my God, so many feels she needs to update her education. Good for you. Good for you. You need to, that is ridiculous. All that old research was debunked. It was not good. Those were not solid studies. Where's Jane? I don't see Jane. Where? Progesterone, okay. Aw, Alan. Isn't that interesting, too, that the Soloveitcheks, which is the Nightingales, my people, were the singers in the temple? That's why we were called Nightingales. The Nightingale babies. Thank you, Feels. Yeah, you guys hit that like button, subscribe, and make sure you hit the bell for all so you know when I'm coming on live. Until a mod becomes Jane. Hi, baby. There she is. Hi, honey. You guys, we cannot have you cannot just blindly trust people who blindly trust their educations. If there's a professional, like my son, for example, he's taking this accounting class and he's so pissed off because He's like, the teacher's teaching us antiquated methods from the 80s before there were computers. And it's a waste of my time and money and it's pissing me off. And they shouldn't be allowed to teach that, especially at a university like Penn State. Everybody, we're releasing our vagus nerve. Now do it with me. Such a racket, Hannah. It's just a way to get people roped into loans. And my son, man, he's right about his degree, that piece of paper. That piece of paper. However, I will have you guys know, although we can educate ourselves on the internet, when you go to college, it does do something to people, which is of value to society, especially when it's someone like my son, who's a neurodivergent with a super high IQ. And now he's developed revolutionary things. And he's one of the top YouTubers within the matter of a couple of months. He's ahead of the curve. People are chasing, trying to catch up with him. But the thing is, they'll never catch him because they don't know what he's releasing next. They can only look and see and do what he's doing behind him. They're always going to be behind. Plus, he's going to school full time, you know, and so there is something to be said for that. You were too sick, Chandra. I had a doctor fire me because during COVID, I asked for telehealth because I couldn't sit there for 40 minutes in the waiting room with a fucking mask on my face. I've been intubated. I'm asthmatic. Do not cover my fucking mouth. I will fucking punch you, kill you, Don't cover my mouth and my nose. Don't do that shit. He fired me and said I was a drama queen and I don't have pulmonary issues. We never talked about that. But he was my pain doctor, so I wouldn't talk to him about that. And he did prescribe me inhalers. We did talk about it. He didn't even know how to do telehealth, probably. Amy. Brian, 100%. 100%. If you guys would like to know what Brian is talking about, especially you homeschoolers, you need to look up johntaylorgatto.com. And this will explain everything of what Brian was referring to. You'll find it there. And your mind will be blown. You might be mad for a couple months. johntaylorgatto.com. Watch his videos. And if you need to, speed him up, because the older he got, the slower he spoke. Frank, thank you for being with us, honey. Thank you so much for being here. The City of London, you guys, also, you need to research that if you don't know what he's talking about. The City of London, it's all those families, the Bilderbergs, Rothschilds, blah, 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 blah. They run it all. If you really believe there's actually, in the Middle East, like one side against another for real, it's not. It's the City of London playing chess with real people. They would like to see these two sides eliminate one another, and no one realize it was really them pulling the strings. They want to eliminate all of that whole Middle Eastern ethnicity, the City of London. They want to see them eliminate one another. When they drop a bomb or whatever, they'll blame it on those sides, and no one will know it's them, except me and Brian. What, Jane, what's the matter? Hannah, so elementary school, basically all government schooling, it emulates either corporate America or prison. It doesn't matter. It looks the same, the schedule's the same, they treat you the same, you behave the same, whether you go to corporate or whether you go to prison. Homeschool your kids, people. And if you can't homeschool them, start your own school with other parents like you in your community. You can start your own school, you guys. Brian, that's exactly what it is. That's what they do throughout all of history. Absolutely. Life, I'm sorry, baby. Well, we love you. I love you. And we're just here to support you, honey. So sip on some chamomile tea, baby, and just chill out with me. And you guys, do me a favor. Smash that like button. Thank you so much. Yeah, and the thing about having a homeschool kid is they go around and do life with you in the real world. And so they communicate with all the people you communicate with, of all age groups. People think that somehow government schools, sitting them in a classroom with their same age for 12 years and beyond, is socializing them. But when you actually homeschool, they're socialized across all age groups because they're out with you, living life. And you can supervise. Yep. Gets you ready to be a worker slave. And Brian, high school gets you ready to be a debt slave, zombie debt slave. That's what I call them. Zombie debt slave. A friend did that and my daughter graduated from it. Did what? Oh, made your own school? All right. Bruce, thank you, honey. Thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. That's very nice. I got my little ponytail jumping off today. Montessori. I love Montessori. Montessori really starts children off at a young age, building life skills. Yeah, Jane. A lot of people would. A lot of people really didn't know what was going on, and they trusted. Don't trust. Don't trust the doctors. Don't trust the schools. They're just money-making machines like everything else. Don't trust just churches. You have to fit the mold. Not everyone learns the same way. My oldest kind of hates ABCs and whatnot, but he can tell you anything about a motor. Well, Hannah, here's the thing. Teaching ABCs, explain to me if I teach you this. I'm like, remember this now. And I'm going to teach you 28 of these. And just remember it. And you're like, the fuck? That's not how we learn. Corey, at 5 years old, had already read the first 2 Harry Potter novels. I taught him to read as an infant. Joey, I also taught to read as an infant, but not with the same repetition and consistency, because I had 2 kids by then and life was crazy. And I actually have a digital course on this. If you guys are interested in that, it's at Smart American Kids on Patreon. It's a half-hour digital course. I don't remember how much it is. I built Smart American Kids for homeschoolers primarily, but for anybody really. And in there, I give you the information on how to teach your kid to read as an infant or toddler. Well, see, Amy, that's the thing, right? My son was reading at a young age, and so I put a very high-level book in front of him, and he could read it. But what I realized is his age, he was still his age. He wanted to read what he wanted to read. He still wanted to read kid books. Glow, you're going to spam my chat. That's a bad way to come in. Try again in 5 minutes. Don't spam the chat, dum-dum. And if you're not 18, you shouldn't even come in at all. If you're 13 or 12, if you would like to know what my other social medias are, you guys, go ahead and go to the other links here, wherever you see the pinned link. That's where my other socials are. It's the link tree. This little blouse has tons of little threads. No, Brian. Oh my God, you don't understand how credit works, unfortunately, apparently. No. Your credit score rewards you for having available credit, for not being in debt. Your credit score rewards you for having available credit. The more you're in debt, the lower your score goes. You need to have credit just sitting there not being used, but like one little bill getting paid off every month. So let's say you have 10 credit cards, you have $100,000 in credit cards and lines of credit, let's say, and they're just sitting there open. Everything is like you literally have that much available credit for you. And each one gets used one bill and paid off automatically. You're gonna have an amazing credit score. Now, if they're all maxed out, you're not. Yeah, Chandra, it's, I don't know, in case the grid goes down, but if the grid goes down, guess what? You have no money. Hannah, I used to say the same thing. I'd rather be happy and poor than rich and miserable. There's another option. You can be rich and happy. Why is that crazy, Chandra? They need to know you can pay and you're responsible. Hi, Frank. Why study something you aren't interested in? Well, those are life. It doesn't matter if you're interested in them. In life, you're either going to be doing taxes or you're going to be running a business. Probably you're going to be doing one of those things. As a person, you're going to be doing taxes. As a business person, you're going to be doing taxes too. So those are things you need to learn. In school, they need to learn things that you're going to have to deal with, whether you are interested in them or not. They should teach everybody how to do a lot of things they don't teach them to do, that they used to teach. Cooking, cleaning, raising children, the trades, woodworking, auto mechanics, the things you're going to need to know. Even if you have these computerized cars these days, if something goes wrong in your car, nobody knows what to do. Why don't you check the fuses? That's like been the same way for years, decades, forever. Check the fuses. Hannah, completely. I had to change my mindset though, because I had to realize I could be rich and happy at the same time. Tim Hortons? Oh, I'll have to try that. Why would you have to figure it out on your own? Why would you have to figure it out on your own? That's exactly what I want my kids to be taught in school. What do you think you should be taught in school? Basket weaving? Gender? Woke? What is it called? Fucking, I don't know. The goddamn how white people should bow down and kiss the feet of black. I mean, what the fuck are we talking about here? What do you think you should be taught in school? Mellow belly, interesting. Right, but if you've had bankruptcy for no fault of your own, of course it's your fault. Whose fault is it? You are not very financially literate, it seems. We need to do a little education here. Bankruptcy is a legal use, and if you understand how to use it, it doesn't screw you up. If it's not you, but you're an LLC that's going through bankruptcy, it doesn't mess with your personal credit. Brian, I totally get that, right? Okay, Christina, thanks, honey. Abilene. Oops, sorry. Yeah, I just don't think that a lot of people really understand how to use the system to their benefit. And then they see someone who knows how and they think that person is somehow cheating the system when they're actually just, they understand the system. They know the game and they play it in their favor, not illegally. Yeah, Hannah, not being prepared is a big problem. Caleb Hammer. You're not being annoying. What are you talking about? We're having a conversation about this. We're on the same page, girl. You're preaching to the choir. 501c3, that's okay, sure. That's one way to do it. You guys, I actually, when I was in Florida, I incorporated my body as a temple to keep the government away from it. They couldn't force me to get vaccinated or anything like that, right? In theory. Plus, I just wanted to see if I could do it. I did it. If they say a corporation, body. If a corporation is a person, my body can be a corporation. Protected. Crime is inevitable, period. Why are you focusing on disadvantaged areas? That's kind of presupposing that crime is prevalent in disadvantaged areas more than other areas. It's not. It's different types of crime. You want to say, why is white collar crime is more prevalent in advantaged areas and disadvantaged areas is more like violent crimes. Yes, Nathan, religious tax exemption. My body. Hold on, let me put this here. And remember, you guys, for this year, before the end of the year, if you buy a vehicle that's what, over 5,000 pounds or something, the whole entire cost of that vehicle, for if you buy it for business, is a write-off. Liberal hive mind, uh-oh, do you? Here in my room? That was insulting. Yeah, somehow you got to keep your credit and your stuff separate from your person. You know, it feels, I don't know where y'all are. I started homeschooling my kids in California, and then I went to Florida, and now I'm here in Nevada. And in Florida, Nevada, I think Florida I might have registered one of them, and here in Nevada I think I registered him like right when we got here. And after that I was like, you know what, fuck you guys. I'm not registering shit. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. They can't even get me child support. They're not going to be coming knocking on my door about my homeschooler. Oh, Brian, it's so stupid, right? It's so fucking stupid. Not only to charge them, just to make them. How do they think that the physical products that make up their thing, how do they think they're made? What do they think they're made of, and what kind of factories do you think they come out of? EVs. No, that will never happen. It will never happen. Our grid can't even support that shit. That will never happen, Frank. Don't worry. Judge your mama. Survival of the most adaptable. Fit people who can't adapt die off really quickly. Then we were done. Connecticut, yeah. So when I was homeschooling, I actually looked at the standards of, I think, Massachusetts, because they had the very highest standards. And so we just acted as if. I always looked at their standards to see what they were up to. Trudeau. All of it's so crazy, you guys. Just ignore it. It's going to go where it's going to go, with or without you. Please do vote, okay? Vote in the election. But try to just ignore the rest of the bullshit. Yeah, so my son is a conservative in college. He knows just to keep his mouth shut. No judgment on either. Listen, you guys, it takes two sides, but here's the thing. You can speak to conservatives about your liberal ideals, and we'll listen. And we like a nice debate. But when a conservative talks to liberals most of the time about conservative ideals, they freak the fuck out, and they won't be friends with you anymore. You know what I mean? That's the main difference and the problem that conservatives seem to have with liberals. You believe and think what you want, support who you want. We're good with that. But y'all, not you guys, liberals don't seem to want to support us in the same way. Didn't skip a beat. Same with COVID. Hannah, COVID didn't affect us at all. Brian, absolutely. They knew many, many years ago it was the contrary, that we're heading into another ice age phase. But as we head into another ice age, there's these heat spikes and different, it's actually just a climate disruption when we're headed into a cycle of cooling or warming. They knew this in the 60s and 70s, but they couldn't figure out how to profit from it because people can just, burn wood and fucking put jackets on. Bullet train, yeah. It's the neurodivergence of the world that tend to come up with the new ideas. Bama. Or is it Bama Mama? Hey baby, how you doing? Thanks for being here. I love, live and let live. Live and let live. And if you want to make change, make change. Don't just disrupt and go be disruptive. Go make change. Yeah, our world where we live has cycles, just like everything else does. And we get to experience little tiny blips of those cycles. Yeah, little bitty baby humans don't really impact that much. That's right, Amy. On batteries, right? Well, and that grid where they plug their batteries into, if everybody's plugged into it, what's going to happen? Everybody knows this country doesn't have the grid for that. Don't worry. Yeah, it's not going to happen, Hannah. Liquid howdy, go away. We're not even talking about that. Go to some other channel. And I don't even believe you found someone you want to that would hook up with you. Mr. Mata, how are you, babe? Thank you. Oh shit, you weren't supposed to be able to see that. It fucks up the stream, whatever. Hydraulic monkey, thank you, honey. Whose birthday is it today? Whose birthday is it today? Hey, Shrek. VP Agupt. What? I don't know. I do, I just ignore it. Well, Brian, feminism was just done wrong. Feminism, I talked about it earlier in the stream. They did feminism like, hey, everybody, let's be men. Instead of really empowering and acknowledging what really femininity is, which is kind of like the trad wife vibe or hippie wife vibe. I'm not trying to be a dude in corporate America and cut my hair short into a mullet and wear shoulder pads. Not interested. I'm a woman. Feminism should have supported that. But really, they needed women to go into the workforce so that then they could push divorce. You guys, this was all engineered. Go to John Taylor Gatto and learn for yourself. We're equal, but we are not the same. We're flip sides of the same coin. We're the yin and the yang, you guys. What do you think would happen if the yin tried to be yang? All of a sudden, you've got the yang, and then you've got another yang, kind of a yang. Well, who's doing the yin? Shrek, it's not your birthday. Don't make up stories. No, Caroline, I'm not. I am not married, girl. Nathan, right? I don't want to be a man. I want to be honored and acknowledged and appreciated for what I bring to the table. Now, look, y'all, if women want to go out there and do the workplace thing, fantastic. I don't. I don't think most women do. Shrek, I'm 54. Yeah, no, Brian's passionate. Brian's passionate. Yes, my darling. I would totally hang my stuff outside to dry. You know, I love chemtrail dust all over my clothes. You guys, I think I'm gonna go. I need to buy some new knitting needles today because mine came up. They didn't come up missing, they went missing. But also, I think I'm gonna get a sewing machine today. Caroline, how do you find a more traditional man who supports your femininity? Well, hang out with us here on this channel, you never know. But also, what kinds of things do you like to do? Go and do the things you like to do, and you'll meet people who are like you and who like you. Shrek, yes, I do have two boys. They're big boys, 14 and 20 now. Oh, now I'm hungry. Such a bother. Yeah, just stick around here and you never know. It could lead to something somewhere, somehow. Thank you, Alan. Absolutely. You guys know I stream the stuff that I do. I'll totally stream sewing. Shrek, no, I'm not married. I think I just said that. It's so nice out. Oh my gosh. Come to North Carolina. No thanks. I'm sorry. No thanks. But I'll stream with you. Yeah, we can do a duet stream. You make sourdough. I'll sew skirts for myself because I don't have enough of winter ones. And we'll just let the people fucking, oh my God. But you know who will love it? Men. You know who won't love it? Women. You know who won't love it? Beta males who've been conditioned by their feminist wives. Sorry, not wives, partners. And good for them, but just don't come on my stream and bash me. You go ahead and live how you want. I'm not bashing you on your streams. You're pregnant. Okay, Shrek, I thought you were a boy. Yay, Amy. Finally out. Oh my gosh. God, the sun's always out here for real. Side by side. That's a duet, yeah. Knit you a scarf? No problem. As long as you just, you know, I mean, I'll totally knit scarves, you guys. It's a girl. Oh, congratulations. Mazel tov, babe. Okay, cool. Jen scarf. Okay, shoot. I'll start my own little fashion line. You guys, but for real, real, remember I told you I was talking to a rancher? Well, he's really, 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 really busy right now. But I told him I want alpacas, peacocks, and something else. And he said, fine, whatever I want, because I want to learn to knit. Shear and loom and knit alpaca. And then I could just buy alpaca yarn, though. I don't need to get my own. Hydraulic was gifted a membership by So Many Feels. Oh, baby. Oh, thank you. Oh, look at you. Thank you. No, I don't love my boys, Shrek. The fuck, man. Everyone, listen, why am I so intolerant? Have I been streaming too long? Am I hungry? Am I mad? Am I menopausal finally? Why am I so intolerant? I didn't used to be quite so intolerant. They do sound like children screaming, but man, their eggs are amazing. Their feathers are gorgeous. Might be time to eat? Okay. I haven't had an egg in a really long time, or a steak in a really long time. Okay, members, please throw out some food emojis, like the steak, chocolate, black eggs. That's amazing. What was the topic about? Why don't you just listen, honey? Sit back and enjoy the show. Aw, Amy, honey. Mushrooms, tomatoes, steak. Steak and chocolate protein shake. Air fried steak. Air fried a steak and won't go back. That's right. Oh my God, for real. Avo, steak supper breakfast sandwich. You know what? I should have bought some ribeyes. They have ribeyes on sale somewhere. Four over easy eggs and some butter toast. I thought you said you only drank raw milk exclusively. You mean that's the only milk you drink? I thought that like that's your only source of food. Okay, let's go inside and take a look at some food. All right, it's break time. I'll be right back. I'm gonna whizzle my nizzles. Kitty, move. I was just telling Cat to move. You know, it's like when I walk around, she runs like just under my feet. I don't know, what is this for? Okay, Chandra, bye-bye. You are financially ignorant. Bye. Wow. She knows nothing. And she was at a different place in the stream. If you go back and look at the stream, if you're financially literate, it's like, wow. Wow. Man, my kitchen is so dirty. My empty refrigerator. Where's my English muffins? I don't like having, like, let's put it like this. I like having an empty fridge. My guess is I'm not actually going to eat that. Be right back. Kitty. Hopelessness is when you lose hope. When you have less hope, hopelessness, the state of having less hope. Yeah, Brian, I eat when I start to feel very nauseous. I try, but you guys have seen me like make stuff and be like, no, I can't fucking eat this. Hey, Roger, how are you, honey? But that's good, yeah, breakfast. Although they say, you know, that you want to eat a little bit earlier to get your metabolism started, but then stop eating like around 5. If you eat early and then stop eating by 5, I think that is the way to really lose weight. Definitely listen to your body. You know, I start like I was just gonna about barf. I'm like, but then it goes away. And what is hope then? Hope is the belief in a light at the end of the tunnel. Eating a good breakfast. Okay, so I'm curious what your blood type is, if you don't mind sharing, because I've studied this actually for a really long time. Let me do this. Javier, hi, how are you, honey? You gotta eat, Hannah. Oh, pause. So, okay, but like, I'm doing good. So I'm curious, like, what your blood type is and how you like to eat. So, if you like to eat like red meat, like, put your blood type in the chat. If you like to eat red meat, put your blood type in the chat right now. I have one cat. Why are this like not even what we're talking about? Juice. Oh, positive, love red meat. Oneg. No, you have to ask your doctor to do a blood, or you can like give blood and ask them to test your blood type. Oh, thanks, Chrissy, honey. I appreciate that, babe. I'm not listening to music. And Chrissy, I talked so much over the summer. I just got really burned out. I think I also need to make a list of topics that I specifically talk about, like my areas of expertise. Because I do forget like what to talk about sometimes. I'm like, I have no idea what to talk about. I've never talked so much in my life. I was literally nonverbal till I was almost 4. And I couldn't do this if these were like real conversations. I was listening to people and perceiving their faces and voices. It would have burned me out months ago. I'd be in bed still. I use Arbonne. I use Arbonne skincare products. A positive, a negative. Red meat, sourdough, lots of fruit and veggies, fermented foods, and limit dairy. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, because you do the sourdough and fermented, then probably that's why you're able to digest that red meat as an A. And I also have to get that shot. I've had plenty of miscarriages, as you can imagine. I didn't know that until right before Corey. I wouldn't have had Corey had I not had a previous miscarriage and had the shot. And then Joey was O negative, so he would have been fine anyway. And that's why the Basque region has such high prevalence of O negative, because all those women are O negative and they just abort anything but O negative babies. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Hannah. Keanu, hi. Listen, hi. Okay, Frank, we'll see you later. Ay, ay, ay. Jesus, that's hot. Red meat's poultry. Fruit smoothies. Yeah, I mean, that's perfect, right? Eat where your grandparents ate when, or your great grandparents, some of you that are younger, they had a garden, you know? Oh, tea time. No worries. Thanks for coming on though, finally, hey? I lost my keys one time. We were searching for those keys for 4 hours. I found them in the garbage disposal. Brian, what happened? Sometimes you pop out with these. I'm like, did someone abduct Brian? Jonathan, where are you? Jonathan, where are you? That honey is pissing me off. Oh my God. So you said you're looking for your what? Your bank card? What do you need your physical bank card for? Why don't you just download a virtual card into your wallet on your phone and go live your life and order a new one? That's okay, Brian. I love it. It's like, okay, shoot. Brian's holding back. Oh, Hannah, good for you, girl. Listen, Hannah, why don't you grow some stuff inside for wintertime? You know I sprout, right? And then you just take those, you sprout, and then you eat them, but you take some out and make microgreens so they grow about like this big and thicker stalks. You can eat those and then take some of those out and plant veggies. Babe, tea time. Go to your app on your phone, download the virtual card into your wallet or however you've got it set up on your phone. What kind of phone do you have? If you lose bank cards, you shouldn't use bank cards. Use your phone, honey. It's okay. That is a solution. That makes it functional for you. Continuing to give you bank cards when you lose them a lot, if it creates a problem in your relationship, is a dysfunction. Eliminate the dysfunction and go digital, honey. And don't tell him you lost it. Say, babe, I came up with a solution that works. Everything is digital now. Or maybe just don't tell him. Need to know. Need to know basis. Fish poop water. Yep. They do that in hydroponic systems. They'll use like fish and rabbits. Am I yelling? What will you do in the meantime? I just told you, honey. Go to your bank app on your phone. Go where it says get a virtual card. And then it'll probably say load into wallet. Load it into your wallet. The next time you go to pay for something, open your wallet and hold that card. The card will come up. You tap that card on your phone. You hold it next to the card reader. It'll go beep beep. And you click twice usually to pay. You don't need a card anymore, honey. That's very 10 years ago. You don't need another card at all. I mean, maybe for the ATM, but why would you go pull out cash when you can just pay cash with your card? Do you need help doing that? Do you need me to help you a little bit more than I just did? Because I'm happy to. And if you need to pay somebody with cash, like a person you want to pay them, you can send it from your bank card through Zelle or Venmo or Cash App. You don't need a debit card for Walmart. You can pay with your phone. You just can't get cash back. Walmart is Satan. I agree. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah, it's easy, honey, but let me know if you need help, because that will eliminate the entire problem and your life will be much easier. You'll never have to look for another stupid card again. Every single one of your debit and credit cards can go right in your phone, in your wallet, virtual wallet. Your virtual wallet looks like a real wallet. And you can see each card and what they actually look like. Well, when you go to the self-checkout, wait. No, you're right. With cash back, you have to use your debit card. My bad. Yeah. Is it right? We have to shop there for some shit because they put all the mom and pop stores out of business in small towns. Jane, honey, go to bed, baby. What's happening? Sometimes that happens. Look at your horoscope. It probably says that that's going to happen today. I'm just saying. Jane, aren't you a Gemini? Yeah, Luke. Well, for most things you can get around it. Now, if I have to get cash like at the dispensary, I just go... Oh, I went to Smith's to their customer service area, and they let me use my thing to get a money order. And in that transaction, I also got cash back. Piggly Wiggly. What's up, Saucy Drops? What's up, NM? I think I might call you 24. NM is not the vibe. What is it? NMTV. What does that even mean? Welcome. How are you? Wow. Oh, fuck. All right, fuck, I did it. I ate, goddammit. And I know that I have a magnesium out there. I just needed to take some ice. some tea. You know that you don't have to have hot water for tea, right? What's up, CSD? I shame the shamers. Anyone who doesn't like that can, I don't know. Brian, you know he ain't talking about shit. Jane, do you own this? Are you rented? Are they like selling it? Is it a personality conflict? What's happening, honey? Okay, yes, Raymond. Let's go outside, you guys. I'm gonna have to plug in. Let me grab my plug real quick. Oh no, Jane, you can't buy it? Oops. Is buying it an option, honey? God, look at my face. And Jane, sometimes it's fun to find a new place. Kind of refreshing. It can be challenging at first, but sometimes it's fun to move. Oh boy, you can't get a mortgage with a criminal record? My God. Seriously? Well, that's fucked. Oh, sorry, hold on, guys. I want to go in there. There we go. There we go. Raymond, you're a sweetheart. Thank you. My cat wants outside so bad. You weren't very nice. Okay, I get it. You were very nice. So, Embodying Jane, did that naturally soothe you, or did you do things that are helpful, like hormones and stuff like that? I think she's in a very safe space out in the country and stuff like that, Brian. You know, when you find a safe place, you know, especially if you're someone that gets picked on in society, like for example, me, once I find a safe place, and if I'm made to move, that would be very, very hard for me. I can't live just anywhere. You know what I mean? People get harassed. I get harassed. If I was somewhere, I mean, just look at the chat. If I was somewhere where it wasn't gated or it was lower income, honestly, it would probably not be a good thing. Anyway, so I'm getting ready to move. I don't know to where, but we're just getting ready, like boxing shit up, cleaning up the house, boxing shit up. I'm the type of person, before I leave, I touch up the walls, I clean everything really, 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 really well. I don't like leaving my DNA behind. I don't like leaving a mess behind. Yeah, Brian, exactly. You don't have predators. We have predators. Yeah, Hannah. Mm. Okay, with your grandfather, yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, my mom and I are like that. My son and I are like that, like Joey. And then I recently just had a kind of like a summer romance with someone like that. It was so awesome. You know, a lot of times you can be like that with someone in your family, but to meet someone like you're not related to, but you guys are super connected like that is so fun. A surprise romance, let's call it too. Super, super yummy. Super yummy. What can I say? Oh, girlfriend, not grandfather. But you get what I'm saying. Either way, could be someone in your family, could be someone in that you're married to. Time to smoke. Exactly. Right. Exactly. These motherfuckers will track you down and find you. You don't understand, like, how many dudes I've had show up at my house, show up looking for me, call me when they should have had my information. Pilots, tow truck drivers, people I was just interacting with in the world, track me down. It's fucking scary. Neighbors. Neighbors are the worst. The men, especially. The women can be horrible, but the men are the worst because they want you and they can't stay away. They're like dogs. And then once they realize they can't have you, then they're like rabid ones. They're mad at you and they'll try to fuck with you. Then you can't be nice to them because then they think they have a chance. Yep. Yep, Jim Morrison, man. And you guys know he was in film school at USC too. And they didn't get him. They didn't understand him. They mocked him. Yeah. Yeah, Raymond. Gotta do it because I live in a apartment fucking community. Well, not only am I armed, but I have dogs. So either my dogs are gonna kill you or I'm gonna kill you. Oh, his dad was in the CIA. Yeah, I think I knew that. You got to watch out for those people whose family is in the CIA. It means the CIA will use their family to do shit, and they don't even realize they're doing it. You got to be careful. Okay, mind control. Manson was a mind control subject of the CIA. Probably Jim Morrison too. Okay, Alan. Okay, Alan, is she gonna stay with you? That's a long time. That's like a month. Over a month. So, were you guys living together in LA? What's up, Captain Rook? Okay, so you guys have never stayed together, and she's going to be staying with you for a long period of time, and you have OCD, and you're worried about how that might affect you guys? And how long have you known her? How long was your thing in the States? So what I'm thinking is this. I'm thinking that, okay, on and off. I mean, have you guys gotten along, or are these off times like just separations, or are they fallouts? Listen, she needs her own space. Okay? Do you have a space designated for her, her own bedroom and bathroom and space where she can be however she wants to be without you being OCD over it at all? Not going in there and being like, oh, a plate, a cup, a fork. Oh, your clothes aren't, your sock is on the floor. She needs a space where she can retreat if she wants to and completely be in her own comfort zone if you are overwhelming for her, okay? And you need then, I think, to have a device that when you start feeling irritated with her because shit isn't like you want it, that you understand it's you and you go do that thing, whatever it is, a punching bag, walking a dog a certain, the OCD walk the dog on the OCD walk or something, that where you take the energy out of the situation so you're not projecting it onto her. Project it onto something else is what I'm saying. Have something that when you feel that way, you feel like you're starting to project onto her, that you have a thing you can project onto it. Okay, so let her know, right? That her space is her space and you want her to just do whatever. You're not gonna come in there and fucking micromanage that shit at all. And, you gotta do something, have some kind of device, maybe a little crystal, maybe you go ground outside, because you want her to come there and be your guest, okay? That's a long time to be a guest. How about this? Do you guys video chat? That really, really helped me when I had someone come and stay with me. We had video chatted for literally a month or two beforehand. And so he was very familiar with my routines and kind of how I did things. And if you video chat with her and kind of show her, and this is my thing and how I do it and how I like it, and communicate it that way, she's still in a safe space because she's at home. And then when she gets to your space, you can be like, oh yeah, here's where this thing, remember? And blah, 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 blah. But also don't expect her to follow your ways. It's just not reality. Oh, good. So I would definitely, how does she feel about this OCD situation? And that's another thing, sweetheart, Alan. I'd like to see you start saying just OCD or this or that OCD, not my OCD. Don't own it like it's your arm. Because then you can distance yourself from it. That OCD that's out there in the yard right now. Put a pumpkin out there. And whenever you start to feel funky, take that funky feeling and put it on the pumpkin. And remember, it's that OCD, not my OCD. Don't own that shit. Introducing cats. How do you introduce cats? I know, like, why aren't there cat parks? Where's Cowboy? I felt him enter the room. And it's a lunchtime. It's time for Cowboy to stop and have lunch right now. Glenn, hi, honey. Oh, Mazel Tov, Glenn. Here you go. Let's rebalance your vibe right now. Take that in. Breathe. Glenn, we're going to let go of it right now. All that stuck energy that has you in fight or flight, kind of weird, funky mode, we're going to release it all right now. Ready? Whatever that exhale is going to be for you, it might be real forceful, like, for me today, it's not. Sometimes it is. You've seen it maybe, right? That's a much softer exhale than it's been for me in a while. Everybody, get it out. This is good for the whole world. When you are not stuck in a state of fight or flight, and you do this with me, and you find yourself now in a state of rest and digest, that's better for the whole world. Let's do it again. Namaste. And if you can, go outside, put your feet on the earth, or go sit on the earth. It's going to be a lot. Your IEP is coming up. Tea time. Tea time. Remember something, okay? This IEP is literally your employee. You employ them to help your child. Every time they come there, you need to be watching and listening and making sure. You need to assess them. Is your child comfortable with them? Are they helping your child? Are they communicating well? Or do they think somehow that they own you? Are they condescending with you? They are there to support you. You employ them. You literally pay their paycheck. Please keep that in mind when it comes to your perspective. And you can sit back and listen. Sit back and listen and breathe. You can just go ahead and say, you know, I'd like to just observe. Go ahead and do what you're going to do. I'm just going to observe. If I have any questions, I'll let you know at the end, okay? Enjoy. And sit and observe. And if you need to take notes, right? Take notes. If you need to relax, if you need to whatever, tea. And if you need to interject or interrupt or pause. If you need to have a conversation in the other room, not in front of your child, okay? You are in control. You're the boss here. You're the CEO of your child. Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay. They want me to sign a name change form. No. What name change form? No. This is the beginning of them taking away your rights as a parent, girl. It just feels that way to me. Brian, I know. We talked about that this summer in the stream, and there. Remember, Mark found a picture, and I showed it on the stream. It's like all these bells. Tea time. It's time to homeschool, and it's time to lay down the law with your child. This is taking it too far. What do you really think, though? You tell me, honey. This is not my child. Yep, Brian. Bell graveyards. Kimberly, are you in California? Man, you got to be careful because it's such thin ice. So why do you need to sign a form, honey? Just say, call her whatever you want. I don't care. I'm not signing shit. That form, girl. I don't know, honey. That is not, that's why I homeschooled, so I didn't have to deal with any of this shit. But I will have you know that when I get schoolwork, you know, I homeschool. When I go and look on Duolingo, it's now a different name. And I'm fine with that. Okay? But no one's going to tell me I've got to sign a form. Honey, you're not in California anymore. Listen, how are you going to know it's a phase? Okay, here, listen, here's what we're going to do. Let's talk about this, okay? Was your daughter always a little like tomboyish, ever exhibit any of this at like 2 or 3 years old? Or is it just since like junior high, high school, and this PSYOP mass media propaganda push, which we know about? Protecting themselves from what? Say it's her nickname. Go ahead. I don't care. I'm not signing anything. Thank you, Alan. Oh my God. Is she diagnosed yet on the spectrum? Tea time, please say yes. Brian, you guys, come on now. This is support. Listen, you guys. This is our friend. Her daughter is being manipulated by the school system and she's not feeling it. This is our friend here. She changed her name from her name to Tea Time for privacy. Okay? She's not into this. She doesn't want this. She's here because she knows she can talk to us, you guys. Okay? At age 4. Interesting. At age 4, can you expound on that just a little bit more? Did she have exposure to media that you think might have had something to do with it? Listen, she's pissed off too. She feels trapped by the school system, and her daughter, yes, and she's stuck in it. She feels stuck. And her daughter now is in the system, and she has to tread lightly because they can take your fucking kids from you. And you guys, how do you know they're not giving them fucking hormones and shit in school, in the water, in the food? You know they probably are. Fuck. Autism age 5. Okay. Thank you, Feels. By not making it official seems a good way to keep it a phase. Yes. That is brilliant. 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 Don't let them... You got to sit her down and explain if this is real and not a social cry for trying to fit in. We need to keep this at home. Let's make you can be a boy at home, and we'll try the best to do everything at home, but at school, You need to focus on school and not worry about your name. If it's not a social thing, if it's a social thing and you insist on doing this at school, then I'm pulling you out of school because you're playing social games. If it's real and authentic, then don't play games at school. Go to school and get your education and go use your fucking name. And then come home and be a boy. Ouch. It's a psyop, you guys. It's a propaganda national psyop. Believe me when I tell you that, okay? The best thing would have been to not ever put her daughter in school. Sometimes when they're very, 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 very little, they exhibit these things, and then you know it's authentic somehow to who they are. The problem is that with autistic children on the spectrum, neurodivergent children, they can naturally go through these phases. I changed my name in high school to Joe, my middle name. I didn't have to ask anybody's permission or sign any forms. I just said my name is Joe. Don't call me Jennifer. Don't call me Jenny. People call me Jenny. Jenny. I was like, ew, call me Joe. And everybody just called me Joe. She shouldn't be putting on her teachers. This is a waste of her educational time and a waste of taxpayer dollars, honestly. You need to sit down and talk to her for real. And be like, look, this has gotten off the rails. You're literally wasting taxpayer dollars, and these people who are supposed to be educating you having meetings about this stuff. Now it's gone too far and I'm getting pissed off. You're coddling a little bit too much, Mama. I'm sorry, but at this point I would lay down the fucking law. I really would, to your daughter. I'd be like, it's gone too far. Enough. No forms, no meetings, enough. You need to take the reins, because what's she going to do then? I don't know. Maybe pull her out of school, honey. There's got to come a point where you as a parent put your fucking foot down. Yearly meeting. Okay. I thought you already had a meeting. Lots of meetings about the bathrooms and about who knows what else. God. It's time for her to start focus. How are her grades? I hope she's getting straight A's. I hope she's getting fucking straight A's with all this attention spent on other shit. And do you know how much this is pulling away from other students who really need academic help? Or maybe they're being abused at home and they need counselors to focus. You're still the parent. Maybe she can be there. But if you say she's not coming, she's not coming, because you're the parent. You understand? So if you don't want her there, she doesn't get to come. Please remember, this is your show. She's your child. You run that shit. No one's going to have her best interest in mind, not even her.
Maybe in the summer, yeah.
Or make up your own form, honey. You make up your own form and sign it. And say, I give you permission to call my daughter whatever she desires at the time. Whatever. You guys work it out. That's your form. Signed, Mom. You guys work it out. And that's it. That's the extent of what you guys are allowed to do without me. Really, honestly, it's just a waste of time at this point and school resources. She needs to be disciplined now at this point, as far as I'm concerned. She's really distracting from academics to get attention socially and to prove to her peers that she's really a boy, because that's what PSYOP is telling her to do. Or she'll understand the conversation when you're like, look, this is taking too much away from the whole academic focus where it should be. It's time to stop this. You're going to wear your clothes to school. You're going to be called your name at school. You're going to go to school. Okay? If you want to work on this outside of school, you work on this outside of school, or you will be homeschooled. I would give her those choices. Either you just go to school or you're homeschooled. This is not the place for this. If you think it's the place for this, then you are just trying to get attention. Brian. G. Carter, I don't know who you are, but I'm assuming you watch CNN. We're not really trying to come in here and bash anybody. Except maybe the fucking PSYOP. And the PSYOP is rolled out on all of the different networks. Don't pretend like it isn't. Well, it's not the schools. It's the government. You guys, again, JohnTaylorGatto.com. I'm trying to share information with you all. JohnTaylorGatto.com. I know, me too, Brian, and so is she. Yeah, Hannah, you and me both, girl. Yes, ma'am. Feels exactly. Tell her you're not comfortable with the school being involved. Yeah, it's not all about her comfort. It's not all about her comfort. It's about you as a parent being comfortable as well. That's, yeah. You either drop it or you're going to be homeschooled. You can do it wherever else you want, but not at school. What are we chatting about? Just hang out and listen, honey. Trans flags in the classroom, good God. Involved in something so personal, and if it's important to her, she'll have to homeschool. Yes, thank you for rephrasing that. It's the, yes. If it's that important to her, she needs a homeschool. But see, it's really just a show at school. She really is just putting on a show at school. If she's not, she'll understand. You need to take her out of school, gorgeous, and put all those things in as why, not the dysphoria, but all the other things that you really just feel like she's more supported. It's a better fit at home. This is too much of a struggle for both of you. Can you homeschool her, honey? I know, Brian. Yeah, you're giving your daughter too much control. Yes, Hannah. No, that's absolutely true. Feels that shit. No, that shit. Tea time, too fucking bad. She needs to come out of school now. She needs to get off TV, out of school. She needs to fucking stop. Ashton, go Google it. Does this look like Google to you? Listen, girl, I don't know what else to say but pull her out of school. You're going to have to pull her out of school. This is so disruptive in your lives. You need to pull her out of school and do shit you like together. Just go bond with each other. And have her call you dad from now on. Seriously, girl. I mean, you really. I'm just gonna say exactly what Amy just said. Be her parent. That's like that's. I think we've come to a decision here as your friends in the chat. Pull her out right the fuck today. You know that we really care about you and support you, but that is really, I think, what it's come down to, honey. I'm sorry if that is bothersome for you, but for real, I really, really want you to consider that. What's hard, G? Well, Amy, the real thing is that in the 80s and 90s, they were taking children away from parents who dared discipline and spank. After that, everybody was afraid to discipline their kids. She doesn't understand. And she shouldn't have to fucking understand that shit. It's been pushed on everybody with a psyop, literally. And she's on the spectrum. I think what I would do is get more support for her just sheerly as a spectrum child. Because spectrum children often experience a different identity in their gender and in their approach to sexuality, but they're labeling it now as gender dysphoria and saying if you have it, it means you're the wrong gender and you should change. But back when I was doing this, I was just more like androgynous, didn't really think about it much, had super, super short hair, and dressed a little more masculine for what people thought maybe. I didn't think about it at all, though, because it wasn't being labeled or no one was telling me to do it. Yeah. So it's hard to hear that apparently that was hard for her to hear that we think she should homeschool, okay? And so I think that like a couple different things could happen. She'll come back on and continue to update us and feel supported or not feel supported. And, or will get irritated that we won't continually talk and talk and talk and talk and talk about endless meetings, endless things, endless da 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 da, and she'll go away. Because in our group, I can tell, it's like, look, you need to handle this shit. Period. And if she just is like a Munchausen thing, the whole trans thing for some parents can be like, I can tell it's not for her. Because if it were, she'd be going online with like videos and like live streaming that shit to get attention. Had good morals, done no harm to me, discipline, respect, morals, values missing in today's society. Yeah. Well, kids haven't been able to work either, because no one wants to hire kids. It's labor laws. It's like people won't hire kids to do work for them because then they're like homeowners insurance and all that stuff. So kids grow up not being able to do shit like we used to. Not to be my friends. Yep. She's supporting her child too much. There comes a point where you've got to fucking lay the law. And I think we came to the point in the chat where we unanimously, it seems, agreed that it's time to get the school out of your business, take the reins on your daughter, and homeschool her. Unless she's just, it seems like she's going for the attention. Yep, you hurt your daughter's friend. And when they get older and realize that you were just like afraid to lay down the law, they won't respect you. They'll actually be resentful. If they grow up and realize that you were willing to sacrifice your relationship with them in order to protect them and mold them and shape them, they will respect you later. Ooh, my boy is texting me. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. Exactly, Amy. The friendship comes after they've grown up, exactly, and don't need you anymore in that same way. But in order to be friends, then they'll have to respect you. Yes, when children don't have boundaries, they don't feel safe. Even if they don't like your boundaries, it still makes them feel safe and protected. They know it's not up to them. They know the world isn't going to suck them in and take them under. Yeah, Brian. Then you need to, if it's desperation and fear, this child needs to be fucking protected and homeschooled, honey. You might not agree. That's what I would do. I understand autism. I'm on the spectrum myself. I'm not sure if you are aware of that. Correct. You don't ever really stop being a parent, but you do get to sit down and have a beer with your kid. You know what I mean? Especially once they have kids. I know, baby. I really hope that we can be a very, very strong support for you if you decide to homeschool. For this particular child. I know it's overwhelming. Well, let's see, Hannah, he can be a mentor. That's probably the best thing for a lot of people, really, is to just be a mentor, because you can impact a lot more people that way when you have that kind of mindset. Right now he mentors dogs. Yeah, I am not either, Hannah. There's a lot of middle ground too. Have you ever heard of I think it's the fuck is Nevada City in California. Their community has a hybrid school, so it's half homeschool, half school. Ashley, what's that, honey? I wish I had been homeschooled. Oh my God. I wouldn't have been exposed to so many things I was exposed to, too. Brian, you can be my daddy. I need adult supervision, you know that. That sun is hot as a motherfucker. You can rescue me. Love and rescue me, Brian. I need to be loved and rescued. Is this gonna make my phone hot? Yes. I need to move back a little bit, y'all. Are you gonna be okay? Relax. You just don't know how to come into the chat? Is that what it is? I mean, we're here to help you figure that out if you'd like to understand how to interact with people. No marriage or pressure. It's gonna be hard to find. Maybe not in today's day and age or whatever. Thank you, Robert. I know, Amy. We don't know him, and he's just coming into the chat singing a song with all caps. He might need help learning how. Oh, Jane, good, honey. Like what, baby? Tell us. Why relax? No, everybody can see what they type before they send it, girlfriend. Come on now. Oh, absolutely, Brian. Man's Search for Meaning, Dr. Viktor Frankl. Camp bed, Jane. Okay. Hi, Truly Smart. Thank you. Exactly, Feels. You got to meet him here in my chat. You guys, this would be lovely if this was a matchmaking chat. Yeah, but do you understand that we're having a chat about something? Relax. When people are talking, do you walk in a room and start singing? I'm just saying, like, we don't know you. And you haven't introduced yourself or got into the conversation. You just come in blasting with some all caps. Just saying, whatever, dude. You do you. Hi, Indio. How are ya? Raymond, right? Or in the chat somewhere. Hey, Paul, how are ya? Relax. Why don't you just try again, honey? The fuck? What's up, Tall School? Okay, Paul, cool. Mariano, hello. Sprout, hello. Tall, yes, we've been smoking. Jane, I think that sounds really wonderful. That could be a good thing. If you're going to help pay for it, can she put you on the mortgage with her? So you will be on the mortgage? Did I miss that part? Okay, Hannah, my darling. You have a beautiful day. Maybe we'll catch you later, honey. We love you, girl. Yes. You know what? Where else would we find each other but online? Okay, we love you, honey. Oh, due to your record. Fuck, man. Kareem. Okay, well, if you want me to call you Kareem, put that as your name, honey. A separate binding contract? Yeah, exactly. So she can't just kick you the fuck out after you've paid into it, or her family can't take it from you, writing you into her will. But what if she decides to kick you out? And she can always change her will. You understand? What if she sells the property? You know, you've got to take that into consideration. You're investing in it with her without any legal recourse. How can you not own property? If someone gives you property, you're saying you can't own property? That's awful. That's horrible. If she can will it to you, that means you can own property. If she can will it to you, that means she can write your name on the fucking mortgage or title or whatever it's called. Exactly. Get an attorney, babe. Yeah, honey, that's a good idea. If you have a question, why don't you just ask the question? Why do you have to say, oh, blah, blah, blah. We don't know you, Sparrow Skulls. What are you about to ask, darling? Are you going to get yourself banned? I think you probably are. Yeah, I get that. I've learned that anyone that says, I have a question, usually is just worth banning. Well, I need to start packing up some shit and get ready to get the fuck out of here, even if it goes into a rental, or I mean a storage unit. Although I did see a rental nearby here for only $2,000. A house right around here. It's still $2 fucking grand though. But all the houses that are less expensive are just, I would be so depressed to live in them. Ugh. Just old and gross. Literally old and gross. I need to buy something, you guys. I wish someone would buy it and then sell it to me. Give me time to do it. You know, like buy my first house. Like buy it and then sell it to me. All right, you guys, I think let's jump off and we'll reconvene a little bit later because I do need to start packing stuff up and maybe get forward momentum happening today. I am just so incredibly over the moon about you guys. I love y'all so much. And yeah, the flies are coming out. So, yeah, but see, Brian, I'm too old for that now. I'll hurt myself. It's not that I'm too old. I'm too injured and fragile. I'll hurt myself trying to fix her upper myself. I could get a USDA with a loan, part of the loan, to fix it up. A lot of these homes have already just recently been fixed up, though, and I'd rather just buy one that's already been fixed up, maybe. Although I don't know the quality that they used. Probably not as good as what I would use. Aw, thank you, Brian. I love you back, honey. Bye, everybody. Remember to subscribe and like and hit the all bell for notifications. All right. I'll see you guys soon.